And welcome back to the Silver and Black Radio Podcast. I'm your host, Raider Will, and I am here with my girl, Lady Val. What's going on, girl?
Hey,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Hey, guys, I know we're running a little late today, but you know how it is. We're always trying to get
sorry.
our stuff together. What up, baby? What up, Big Luck? What up, Israel? Yes, I know, man. I know that we're trying to get on time. Hey, guys, we're getting used to this live streaming stuff and trying to be on time. I mean, my wife will tell you that I'm probably not the best at being on time at anything.
Hey, me
So, love
neither.
you
You know
guys. You
that.
know, yes, sir. Well, all right. But yo, girl, we're sitting here today and we're looking at it, man. Big time loss this weekend against the Bears. Definitely a tough game. Girl, hit me up with your thoughts.
So, yes, it was a second game because we lost, but I saw improvements in this game. I don't know about anybody else, but you could feel it coming from Crosby. I mean, I think they played really well. I think though Geno dropped the ball, obviously with those interceptions. I mean, is this what we're to be expecting every game now? Because he's like Minshew 2.0, and we don't have AOC. So I mean, Geno needs to step it up because I'm gonna find you, Geno. I'm just saying, but I feel like there was a lot of improvement. There was a lot more motivation. There was a lot more push in the game. And so I'm super happy about that because you saw them. I saw them trying. I saw Genty moving. Hello. See what happens, when he can actually move. So, what do you
Yo,
think? What are your thoughts?
what are my thoughts, huh? So, hold on here. My thought is that we're gonna let our brother here. Yes, sir.
Busted.
Hey, man. Look at this man. Hey, what's going on? Our brother Israel's here, is in the house now. What's cracking, brother?
Oh man, same old thing, different day. Just getting off work about like an hour ago.
All right.
Mm.
So, hey, Israel, let's get your thoughts here about the game this weekend. How did you see this Bears game? How did you see that situation? And I mean, like your thoughts, man, on just the whole entire game.
Man, we had that in the we had it. It was there. It was we had it like this, and those interceptions is what cost it, man. Really, that's really what it was, man. Because what they get, their first 9 points is all field goals. Defense did their thing. Max Crosby shined like always. I mean, uh, what was that? Pat the ball. He got it. I mean, he did that in the. I don't know if you guys seen it when he did at the open practice at Allegiant. So I mean, that was something we knew he was able to do. It was good to see. It was good to see that, man. But the O line, man, that's really where it comes to, man. Is defense did their thing. Janty did his thing. I mean, Bowers, even though he was minimal, he did his thing. But that offensive line needs a lot of work. Will, you've heard me put in the comments and all that. We need JPJ back in that center because if you looked at the game before this last one, when JPJ was out, we did horrible. You bring JPJ back into the mix, it made me think like, wow, is our offense nothing without him? Is that what it is? So I mean, like I said, we had that game, brother. We had it. I mean, you can ask all my chapter members. When we were going for that field goal, I was like this, and everybody was like, "Why?" And I'm like, "It's the Raiders, man." I said, "It happens, bro. We have it, and it happens. It just happens."
Absolutely, man. So check this, right? I agree with everything you just said, man. We had that game in the palm of our hands. Defense played great. They were put in bad situations all game long. Let's be honest. Geno, gosh, man, if it's not one thing, it's another, right? I'm like, now we're throwing three interceptions in 2 games. I'd be like, it was a really ugly thing to look at offensively. But I'd be like, offensive line finally holds it down, and Colton Miller goes down at the end. I'd be like, we can't get a break. I'd be like, you see Genty have an explosive game for 150 yards. He does a great job of going out there. He's taking names. He's breaking tackles. He has an explosive game. But now I think with this whole thing with the offensive line, we're looking for that cohesion again. We're looking for that group to now gel again. Bring in a guy. Colton Miller's about, they're saying 8 to 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks that he's out. I'm like, that's a majority of the season. I'm like, that's a long
That
time.
might be the rest of that like the rest of the season.
But I'm going to tell you something too, man. Lincoln Kennedy came out and said it. Right now is the time for all these guys that are rookies, every single player that we have that's sitting on the bench, to step up, to go in there and say, hey, you know what, man? I'm going to carry a part of this team. I'm going to carry apart what Colton Miller does, and I'm going to be the guy that I'm going to do this. And I'm going to step up, and it's going to make it so that way we can see what we got in these young guys. We've been waiting for that. I mean, like, I keep hearing, hey, JPJ's not in. JPJ did a great job at guard, Israel. We can't say that he did not do a great job this game at guard. And I can totally see why Chip Kelly wants to use him in that position. He's a brawler. He's a guy that wants to be physical. He's a guy that wants to kick ass and take names. It takes a lot of pressure off of him. I mean, like having to make play calls, having to know what you're doing. It's a lot harder than just saying, "Hey, man, go ram this guy."
Mhm.
You know. So when we're looking at all those situations, I'm thinking, man, it's unfortunate that Colton Miller went down, but I'm excited to see what we got, and I'm excited to see what we can do. You know, and honestly, that's something that we have to look at and say, man, like even though all these things happen, I'd be like the run game was on tight. You know, the pass game needs help. And it wasn't, we're not going to say it's because of, the fact that it was the offensive line. People are saying it's
I'm
the
gonna be
offensive line, and it wasn't. Go ahead.
I'll be honest with you. This season, I'm looking at it for for the future. I'm not I'm not all about getting rid of a coach, getting rid of. I mean, no, our offensive line, Carroll's son, he's got to go. I mean, on that one, he's got to go. But coaching, like our coaching staff, our players, I'm tired of the every season it's somebody new. It's not going to work that way. You can't give them a year to. We're building a whole new team. What do we have? Five, six, you know, rookies on our offense. You know, if I'm not mistaken, and we got to build. You know, like I
Hmm.
did say in your guys' last podcast, I think it was yesterday, or day before yesterday. I don't think a lot of these players have that commitment to excellent mind frame. I don't think they understand what the Raiders were, what the Raiders brand is, what Al Davis had in the Raiders' mind. I don't think they have that. Will they get it? Possibly yes, but like I don't feel that Carroll's got to go, Kelly's got to go. None of that. It's we're building. Every year we get a new quarterback or a new coach or something's going on.
No,
And
absolutely.
God, how many coaches have we had in the past 5 years? 5, 6 years. We've had a good amount of them, and I don't, I don't believe that's what we need. I believe we need consistency. Remember what I said? That stance on Genti, that stance changed a lot.
Yeah, they did.
You know, I felt like the stance they had him on was a Jacob stance. That's how Jacobs was then. When he went back to how he did it in college, he was, dude, he was going through. After
No,
contact, he was getting, what, 6+ yards majority of the time.
no, absolutely. And this is where, like what you were saying, him going back to his natural stance, the way that he wants to be in the backfield made a huge difference this week. He went back to his comfort level and he talked with his coaches. And I think that's a big thing, right? So yeah, it's the Halloween stance. That's what it's like the Michael Myers stance or whatever. He's standing up and kind of straight up and down. But Val was even telling me today.
The thing was,
Yeah. So think about it like this. You're at work, right? And you got your comfort thing. You want to do things a certain way. You've been doing it for like that way for a long time. Of course, man, like it's gonna be easier for you to go back to that. And I don't know what it is. Maybe he's a shorter guy and he can't see over the offensive line. But I'll tell you what, you can see his eyes moving, you can see his eyes peeping.
yeah.
And honestly, he had a ton of more success that way.
The crazy thing is defense couldn't pin where he was going to go. If
No.
you watched how his stance was, you look at the eyes. Yeah, you could see him. He's moving. He's looking at his options, but he wasn't giving no signs of where he was going. He was straight, and I seen it. I loved it. I was like, that was the Gentry we drafted. That was who.
Yeah.
This is why we drafted him. And what that reminded me a little bit. You remember how they had a rim from the beginning, doing certain stance the way he was playing, whatever. He didn't like it. He went back to how he was in college. Dude was shining.
Yeah.
We got to take that into consideration with the rookies. Like, hey, show us what you were doing. Let's see. If it works, it works. If it don't, let's fix it. Or a lot of coaches have their ways. Have their, this is how I want you to come in. This is what I want you to do. And I mean, nowadays, man, with players coming out of college, they're used to how they're playing. And let's admit, NFL's evolved. It's not the old way it used to be.
Yeah.
But I did like how we looked with the Colts. If we keep up what we did this game with the Bears, we have that Colts game in the pocket as well.
So long as Geno doesn't throw an interception.
Geno, let me tell you this, Geno, he's always trying to force the ball down the field.
Yeah. The
I don't know
defense
if it was you,
have our number.
Will. I don't know if it was you or it was Leo who said in the podcast that he's playing like there's a minute 40 left in the game.
Hmm.
Like you have to force that ball. Man,
He's
I've
he's
told
taking
my
some
players
risky
all the time.
passes. Whew.
I tell even my players, I coach AU Pop Warner, and we're getting them there, and I tell them, we don't need long throws. We don't need 4 or 5 yards. The chains are moving.
Hmm.
So as long as the chains are moving, we're moving. All that, oh, I'm trying to do big plays, whatever. It's not working, and
Nope.
every team knows that's what we're trying to go for. That's something that Gino has to stop. As long as the chains are moving, we're moving. Short passes, short passes. Hit the sideline. You know. It's just that's just what he's doing. I'm just like it makes no sense.
Yeah,
With
I
the
don't
Chargers game,
understand.
that's what cost us on the Chargers game was all them him throwing them long balls like it was the thing to do. And I'm like, I was there, I was sitting there, I was watching, and I was like, dude, I'm like, what are you doing? Like, we had Chargers fans around us too. I'll give it that one was blacked out. We blacked out home opener. It was lovely. There was more black than Chargers, but they shouldn't have happened that way. So Geno needs to stop forcing the ball down the field. Get them short passes in there, keep the chains moving, and let's do our thing. You know,
So
Yeah, I'm super confused at why Gino's playing the way he is. Like we didn't we didn't game you to start costing us the game. I just don't understand what's going through his
What?
mind when he's making those passes.
hey, Christy, salute the Predator's wife. How are you? Yes, ma'am.
My
Yeah.
girl.
So it's like you guys are saying, right? Geno's forcing the ball down the field. Let's look onto the game to the Colts. If we don't do what we're supposed to do against the Colts, it's going to be a bad game. I'm like, a lot of people are going, hey, Danny Dimes is like had a resurgence now that he's back with Indianapolis. I mean, like this team is rocking and rolling. They're kicking ass and taking names. If we go back to this whole thing that Geno wants to go deep and you know the defense is able to read his eyes and people are able to move around to that. I mean, like I don't really see us having a ton load of success. I see us struggling again. I mean, like if you guys looked at the Bears game, Dennis Allen called the same defense twice. And people are going to say, oh, well, Chip Kelly called the same play twice. Coaches call the same play a bunch of times. It doesn't mean that you have to throw it to the same guy. It doesn't mean that the reads don't change. We got to be realistic with that. And we got to say, hey, man, like, what can we do? Hey, what up, Max? Salute. It's Raiders, baby. Yes, sir. But, hey, you know, we can't have that same situation where Geno's just looking for the big play. You got to take what the defense gives you. That's the big thing with Geno. Throw the ball underneath, make big time plays. Let your playmakers make plays in space, right? That's what we did with Genti. Genti, this game, man, he had a crazy game. 143 yards on the ground, catching the football. We used him in so many different ways that we know that he was the number 6 pick. And I know a lot of people are coming out and saying, hey, this guy isn't worth it. He showed exactly what his value was. You
He's
block
only going
for
to
him a
get
little bit.
better.
Yeah. You block for him. You do what you're supposed to do. The play action game opens up. It opens up a lot of things.
Yeah, imagine
Unfor-
that.
and unfortunately, Gino didn't do shit. Like Gino couldn't get it together, you know.
Nope.
And if it's not one thing for the Raiders, it's another, right? We go from having.
Will,
Go ahead.
remember I was even texting you this after the last thing, the last podcast. Did you ever check those stats out for AOC and Geno?
What's that, brother?
The first four starting games as a Raider, Geno got sacked, if I'm not mistaken, two more times than AOC,
Mm-hmm.
and threw one to two more interceptions than AOC. Only difference was Geno threw more touchdowns. In the pocket, they're almost the same. And for Geno as a veteran, that's a no. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
And so I was just
So,
like, oh
but,
man, I said, Geno, where's that experience? Because we always said that about
but
AOC.
Israel, what are we going to
AOC
do?
was
Bench
getting
him?
sacked.
You're going to bench? Like, what are you going to
No,
do?
no, no. I'm just saying. I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
just bench him.
And I take that and I take that on me too because I was like, what the fuck is AOC doing? Like he's bad in the pocket. He's just that. We bring a veteran in and it's almost the same. And I'm like, for a veteran, it should have been more experience. Okay, because if you looked at these last two games where he got sacked, and if I'm not mistaken, I think with this last game and the game before, he got sacked three times. In each one, I'm like, he wasn't doing what most veteran quarterbacks do is looking around, making sure,
Oh
And
no,
that's why I was like,
absolutely not.
hmm. I was like, Carroll got his guy because he was comfortable with him, but he's showing us that in a sense he's not trying to be aware. Which yeah, your old line should be the one blocking you, making sure that you have that open that space to where you're able to throw. And
Yeah.
he's looking like a rookie right now.
Oh, he looks terrible. But I don't think it's because this
You know,
last game
but
wasn't because of the offensive line though. This last game was totally 100% on Geno. You know, this wasn't on the offensive line or saying that these guys he was under duress the whole game. Geno made these decisions. Geno made those terrible throws, Tuda in the same coverage and staring down his receiver, forcing the ball to Jacoby Myers. On the other one, he gets undercut by the corner. I mean, like those are just terrible throws. And this is where you got to call a spade, right? That if he was under duress and he wants to say, "Oh yeah, it's because my offensive line did this and because my offensive line did that," it's bullcrap. It's just bullcrap, bro. Like literally, this game, Geno Smith, and he came out under the game after the game and he says the same shit that he said after game two. Oh, I got to do better. Oh, I got to do this. Well, no shit. You threw three interceptions.
no,
If you want to go
absolutely
to
with
the
that, yeah,
ownership team,
It's
then
so
you get ours.
disappointing. It's so
dude.
disappointing.
Defense shined. That was their thing. Offensive line this game did their fucking thing. Like I wish we had that line these last two losses. The way they played this last against the Bears, they should. If we had that the past two games before that, oh, I say we're 3-1.
That same energy.
Yeah. And you know what?
Exactly.
Christy said this. Christy just said it. Genty and Crosby were balling out this game.
Yeah,
Crosby
they
had an
were.
interception. He had a bunch of pressures. He put people had been begging for him to turn up all year long. That he has to play all four quarters, all this other stuff. You know,
But he puts in
he did it.
100%. I mean, yeah. I don't. It's so hard being a Raiders fan right now. We
And
can
I mean,
we could do better than what we have been playing. Like the last game. But like, where is it? Where's the momentum? Where was the momentum? The past couple of games before that, the 2 games before that. Where was it? And why? I mean, I'm glad that they are pushing out now, and they did it with the Bears. But like, that's something they should have been doing.
no, absolutely. And I mean, like, we have to look at it and say, hey, I want to know this for this game versus the Colts. What are your X factors that are going to win us this game? What do you need to see, Val, that you think is going to make the biggest difference?
So for sure, I need Gino to step up his game. Obviously, pay attention to where he's throwing. Don't rush yourself to make those passes because one, they're risky. Two, they're costing you interceptions. Like at this point, I could throw better than him, and get the ball where it needs to go. Um, our defense was fire. I want them to have the same momentum, same energy going into this game like they did on Sunday. Like, as long as they keep up with that, then we should be good. Just Gino needs to really mind his P's and Q's, and you know what I mean? And actually play with some thought into it, not just like play the way he's doing because it's so disappointing. It's like again, and then when that field goal was blocked, I was like, of course it's gonna get blocked. Like, of course it's the freaking Raiders. Like,
Well,
if we
so
don't win, I'm gonna cry for real, for real.
So
I'm gonna.
yeah, I think you're right though. So Israel, hey, oh, he's moving around. I think he's sitting on this.
Oh, I
Yep, my
thought he
bad.
was
I
on.
had to come to my office real quick.
Okay. So yo, hey, Israel, I want to know what your biggest X factors for this game are going to be. What are your factors that what's going to make us win this game? What has to happen?
Well, what has to happen is Geno needs to quit trying to force the ball down the field. That's first and foremost.
Okay.
He needs to do short passes. Like I said, if offensive line stays the way they were, defense keeps doing what they're doing, we shouldn't have a problem. We should not have a problem against the Colts.
Okay.
Like I said, our main obstacle right now is to get Gino to understand his playmakers, understand what he has to do. You know, that's that's my biggest factor in this.
Okay. Big Luck says stopping the run and no turnovers. Okay. I'm going to tell you guys what my X factors are going to be. Okay. Biggest X factor for me this game is going to be the offensive line. I want to see whether we can repeat what we just did this game, which was absolutely manhandle people up front. If
I
we
think
can
they
run the
can.
football, yeah, if we can run the football, if we can be efficient, that's going to alleviate a lot of the stress of the left tackle being replaced, being not used. So, with that being said, we have to run the football. We have to dominate up front. That is the way that the Raiders will win this game. That and Geno Smith cannot throw 3 interceptions. He needs to throw the ball
He's
under
had an interception
with
every
what he
game.
can get.
Yep.
Oh, we're leading the leagues in it. I'm going to give you this stat here, Israel. Did you know he's on pace to have
What is it? 12?
30 interceptions this year? That's his pace. He's on pace for
Where's he
30.
at right now? If I'm not mistaken, is it 12 right
Seven?
now that he has? If I'm not mistaken.
No, he's
Oh
at
yeah, he
7.
has 7 interceptions. Yeah, he has 12 sacks. He's been sacked 12 times.
Being
But yeah, the
sacked 12
interception. Yeah,
times,
I seen
though,
it 7.
being sacked 12 times, that's a combination. That's a bad offensive line and, everything like
Yep.
that. Let's just be real. But when we're looking at the turnovers is what's killing us. The fumble by Genty this
And the
last
thing
game
is,
was huge.
yeah, it was crazy because you wasn't. He didn't see that one even coming. They got that from the back on him.
Yeah.
But dude, yeah. If you know what, if he cannot throw an interception this game, that's guaranteed in the book. I know a lot of people. A lot of my members even say it too. Oh, as soon as the interception has it, the game turns around. Absolutely not. When we got that, when he threw that first interception, we were still bulldogging it through.
Yeah.
We were still shining. I said it doesn't stop it. I said maybe now down the way, 2, 3 interceptions now, and your defense is like, dude, what are you doing? We just got off the field. Like he needs that. That's something he needs to work on, and that's something the coaches got to work with him. Like, hey, and who knows, man? It may be Chip Kelly trying to, do some outrageous plays, whatever. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what they do need to stop. Quit trying to force the ball on downs that we don't need it. What were we? Were we what? Was it this game or last game? We were like what 21, like 3rd and 21, and you want to, run the ball? Like, why are we gonna run the ball, dude? We're right there. Like we need to get short passes. Give us some runs in there. Why are we gonna run the ball back 21 yards on a 3rd down? So I mean, we're a working process. That's what we are. I believe in the
Oh, for
process. I
sure.
believe in what the coaches got going. I'm a strong believer that we need to get rid of that offensive line coach because he's not the one, you know.
Absolutely. No. I can see what
So
you're saying. But all right, guys.
um,
So, hey, I want to know what your key matchups are here. Okay. So, Israel, tell me for this game versus the Colts, who has to like win their matchup for us to win this game?
oh no.
Uh,
Where'd
okay.
he
So
go?
I think his battery died.
Oh, he was like, "Oh no." Okay. Did it?
So, all right, sis. So for you, who's going to be a key player for us this game that has to show up that you think is going to be a big time playmaker for us?
So I think Gentry's going to keep on with the efforts that he's going because, um, I mean, I think this is kind of like a kickstart. I think it's enough motivation for him. I mean, he did really well. Of course, Max is going to keep pushing. He's going to do his thing. I just, man, I just can't stop thinking like Geno, like something's got to give. Who's our? Okay, I don't know, but who's our backup?
For quarterback, Kenny
Yes.
Pickett.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, that's right.
I forgot.
So
Uh,
I would, so sis, but I will tell you like this, right? I think Gino offensively, I think everybody's going to be watching him, right? And I think that like he's like the one pick that everybody can say, like he has to win his matchup. He has to come out on fire and do everything. Another position that people are going to be looking at is the offensive line, saying, "Hey, are they going to win their matchup? What are we going to do up front? No Colton Miller. Do you start a rookie? Do you start Forsythe?
I
Who do you
mean, but you
start?
do have a you do have a good point though. Like, why don't they start the rookies? It's a good time for them to jump in the game. I mean, hell, we're already doing bad already thanks to Gino. Well, in our offensive and whatever the first, but still, I mean, it's a good if their momentum is starting to turn around like we saw in the game on Sunday, then that's not a bad deal for the rookies to pop out on the field. Come on, go out there, you know, show us what you can do. Give
You
us,
said it, sis. You said it. You said it right now. On the offensive line, Lincoln Kennedy came out and said, right now, all those guys need to come out on fire. They need to come out and say, I want to step up. I want to be the guy. I want to be the guy that takes that spot and becomes somebody. And you can find that. Sometimes there are guys that are being held back by that. But, at the end of the day, like it's gonna require somebody to say, hey, I want to be that guy.
I
But
like, I like, I can't pronounce his last name. I'm so sorry, Jack. Besh, is that how you say it?
Jack Besh,
Yeah, besides that penalty, I think he's doing well.
he plays wide receiver though, sis.
I know, but, well, he's played.
Yeah, but I mean, like we're talking left tackle, we're
Isn't
talking
he?
offensive line.
I have nothing else to say.
But you
I
know
have
what, sis?
nothing.
I agree with you though. I mean, like we need to like have our rookies come out and show us what they got. If you drafted a
Yeah,
guy at number in the second round, he needs to show us. Nope,
I
we
I
got.
think Max. I think Max is gonna do good as always.
Yeah,
I
I
think he's
think so.
gonna put more umph into it this next game because he was there this Sunday.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you like this, sis. I honestly do think that all those guys that we just said are going to show up to play. But the one person that really, like, we really need to show up is going to be Genty. If Genty can have the same type of impact that he just had this past game, we hit gold.
I think he will,
You know,
as long
and
as he has support. I'm sure he will.
and he's gonna need the blocking. He's gonna need people up front. He's gonna need people to take them down. And open up a way. And that's where we need to look at it and say, hey, we need those road graders. We need those guys up front. Lots of pieces have to happen for us to win this game. And
Mm.
it's going to be an exciting game, though. And I want Raider Nation to know that. But hey, sis, we're going to do a little commercial break, I guess. And we're going to go, hey, make sure that you guys hit up our boy Adam Mayo for, the coins.
Oh,
Uh,
I got mine. They're in my
PBH
purse
San
though.
Antonio. Yeah. Then we also want to make sure that we let people know that our boy Max Trujillo, who has silver and black coffee, make sure that you guys get a cup of Joe from him. It's www.silverandblackcoffee.com. And I wanted to make sure that just, if you have anyone that you guys have that you guys want to share their information, man, hit them up. I mean, like, it's all about family, and make sure that you hit up the Predator. The Predator right
Yeah.
now is, he's doing autism awareness and he does cancer awareness stuff. So, it is that time of the year. So make sure that you hit him up. Make sure you get some patches. And let's see here. He has a suggestion here. He says, but with Geno showing up, it will all come out the same. Yes, we got you. And I mean, like, we understand that the three interceptions were a big thing, man, and that we cannot have
Listen, this is going to be put on paper. This is on video. Gino, if you throw another 3 interceptions, you and I are going to have some problems.
that.
Okay? I'm going to come find you and I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm going to whoop the rose. And this is not okay, Gino. You don't get paid what you do to play like this. This is not okay. Not okay.
Oh man.
I just. But if anybody wants to watch the game with DFW Raiders for Life, you can find us at Wilson Sports Grill.
Wilson Sports
13
Grill.
Wilson Sports Grill. It's formerly Shakerton's. It's downtown. It's down by the Galleria Mall in Dallas, but they renamed it, so they're Wilson Sports Grill, 13675 Noel Road. Okay, that's in Dallas. 75240. Catch us out there. Fun
Okay.
stuff. We do raffles. We do raffles for fun stuff. And of course, I'm usually
Yes.
there. So
Are they going to meet Belle or Maria? Is the question from the Proderator.
Maria's not coming out to Houston.
Okay, Maria's not
Houston.
coming out to
Well,
Houston. Gotcha.
she might come out sooner. I haven't really decided
Depends
yet when
on
I'm
the
going to let her
season.
get out. Yeah, uh, I don't know. She never really tells me when she comes out. She kind of just comes out. So if you see Maria, don't give her any tequila shots.
You see Maria.
Vodka. Vodka.
Oh man. And all right, guys. So TBH San Antonio is now at MSB Bar, I believe, or Machaca's. So make sure that you stop by over there. Oh, Big Luck says he wants to meet Maria in Houston. So it's going to
Who
be
said?
Big Luck,
Who's that?
one of our followers. Big Luck.
SSJ and Maria will be there.
Yeah, we
I'm
got it.
open to friends. We can have a good time. Maria will meet you probably before I do. So it's going to be a good time in Houston. Even though I do not like Houston because of the humidity, I am only really going for Raider Nation because I love my fam.
Yeah. And Big Luck here, right, man. That was Austin. Sorry, that's Machaca's MSB Machaca's. Oh, you got Africa. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah. Then we got
Yeah,
TBH
it's
Houston. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. Sorry.
All right, so I'm gonna move on to TBH Denver. TBH Denver is gonna be at Tamaulipas. Then up there at a bar in Denver. Then we're gonna be at oh shoot, Israel. TBH or TBH says I'm meeting Val before Maria.
Catch me
Oh, but
early.
catch her early.
Catch me before I start drinking. That's all I gotta say.
Yes, we will be having a watch party, brother. Come on down. We're gonna be at the Eagles 595 here in Grand Junction. Make sure you stop on by, my brother, if you can. Can't wait to see you guys. But you know what? At the end of the day, Tamaulipas and Denver is going to be having a TBH Denver. Ricky's is going to be having a watch party. TBH Sacramento will be having a watch party at Shenanigans. TBH Reno will be having a watch party at Coaches. TBH Phoenix will be having a watch party at Cactus Jacks. TBH Dallas will be at TG Tailgaters. I'll be like, guys, there is, and I think TBH San Antonio is at the Winchester. So, guys, make sure that you stop by any single one of those locations. Enjoy some time with Raider Nation family. Enjoy the time just enjoying yourselves. TBH Albuquerque will be at Bub's 33. So, Val,
Yeah. Hold on. Sorry.
it's all right. We're getting ready. We're getting ready, guys, because we're going to move on to Val's corner where she's going to give Raider Nation a pep talk and advice on how to deal with these weekend's ups and downs. Lady Val, let us know
Well,
what your tips and tricks are.
first thing is to always have a drink in your hand. Okay. Have a drink in your hand. Take a deep breath. Um, you just gotta go with the flow, you know. We knew what we were getting into when we signed up for this, or we didn't know, but we're in this for life, so it doesn't matter if we're up or down, we're in this, you know. It sometimes it really hurts. I work with cowboy fans. I know. You just gotta roll with the punches. We'll get there one day, one of these days. But what I can say, what we can say that other fan bases can't say is that we're literally family and we get through this. We deal with this. We're loyal. We don't hide like roaches when we lose, like them cowboy fans. I don't know, you just root rep hard when you win, rep harder when you lose.
Yeah, there you go. So, my suggestions for this game day to deal with the ups and downs. Man, y'all better be ready. Some of us are gonna need some Prozac. Some of us are gonna need some all sorts of stuff. But you guys, it's like she said, we signed up here to be part of Raider Nation. But it's gonna be a
Hmm.
hell of a ride. Make sure you guys enjoy it with your brothers and sisters. Make sure it's gonna be an up and down. Can't get in the fam, but I had a blast with y'all in the combo.
If If we
Um,
don't win, I have a spare TV for the garage sale. Me and Estes are having a yard sale one of these days. I will tear that TV up if we don't win.
And this goes to Ants or the Predators thing here. We don't lose in the parking lot. Maria's trying to, that's what Maria's trying to say. That is exactly right. She is going to tear that TV up and she's going to let you guys know that Raider Nation is still going to be rocking in the parking lot.
Dang.
But
Yep.
other than that, sis, you got anything else?
No. No. Oh, no.
No? Well,
No.
All right. Well, hey guys, we want to thank you guys for. I never lost a tailgate. Big luck. Yes, we never lost a tailgate either, my brother. Hey, but thank you guys for joining us, man. Make sure that you guys stay tuned in. We're gonna be bringing you guys more content, man. We appreciate you guys for stopping by. And hey, it's all about one nation. It's all about one team. It's all about the Raiders.
Raiders.